It all starts with one main deck monster. Haven't seen that shit before. Sucks you have to excavate. Why is that? Cause you can fucking miss, which means there's a fairly high chance you ain't getting shit, nigga. Which might mean you can't reveal a memory spell to upgrade this adorable motherfucker, but that's nobody's fault but Konami's, of course, bitches.
What's that?
The rank 2's negating opponent's monster effect, steal spell or trash from a graveyard and attach it as material, searches the Purity card, yay! After it battles, boo! If Beauty and Plump
Fat ass wouldn't be politically correct.
have their corresponding memory spells as material, those effects can be activated as a... But if Happiness does cut the monster's attack in half, which makes sense since the entire effect's battle related. If you activate a period quick play, you can attach them as material, giving a seasoned effect in addition to doing something else. Plump and Happiness are fine, especially when you could do this 3 times a turn. Probably not happening though. But Beauty, the best looking one, clearly changes fucking battle positions and you can't even flip on face down.
Ass first.
The memory spells have effects that aren't amazing, but are versatile enough to activate under most circumstances, which is important because they also summon to level 1. Hope you don't mess with that motherfucker. The point is to get at least 5 materials on one of these motherfuckers to summon Big Happiness. None of its effects are quick. Getting that shit out the way, it can negate your opponent's monsters, but if the level 1 is under it, and it should be, they can't do shit about it, which isn't trash.
But it ain't much to brag about.
1500 is a lot of damage, but it has to battle with at least 5 materials. Now, sure, that's the entire point, but if there's only 5 materials on it, I'm detaching ones to negate my opponent's shit, bringing it down to 4. If they control monsters, I give a fuck about negating. But to be fair, Street can attach a quick play to it during the end phase, and speaking of Street, this is some half-ass protection.
And I'm speaking facts.
And don't get me started on the effect that's reliant on your opponent, which also applies to Friend, but at least it reloads your exceeds with material, and Friend lets you add something every turn. Now to the trap! It lets you exceed summon during your opponent's turn, meaning Street protects the motherfucker, and since it returns to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn, just upgrade to Big Happiness before you reach the end phase of your turn, duh. Yeah, this shit's cute, and I guess I'm supposed to like it based solely on that fact. Well, let's just say I don't dislike it. Thanks for watching. My Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal's in the description. This is my Discord server. Like, what about this recycling effect? What about it? Why didn't you talk about it? It's actually pretty simple. I decided not to acknowledge it, not because I think it's bad or anything. It's fine, whatever. But because it's just some shit to throw at the end of the video. In other words, I did this shit or didn't do this shit
On purpose.